Kev, in regards to Raw. Um, so you got Reed and Braun double teaming Penta. They get him and they lay him out. Now Reed's going to the top rope for a splash or something, right? And Jay's music hits. Now, if you're on the offensive, if you and your buddy are double teaming somebody from the rear or the front or however, and you got them laid out, and you hear someone
Jay's
come out of the
music.
bar 2 blocks away or Jay's music,
I see.
could you just launch yourself or do you stop?
I haven't been like in the rings since I don't know. 2015 was maybe the last time I worked at a WWE ring. I think that the ring music, with the effect that it has on the talent, is much like that situation with the uh, embassies down in Cuba, where they were getting sick with the headaches and all these. I think they're using some kind of a sound wave warfare. And Jay, because he's over, his is much stronger. So why would you splash somebody when you could, run?
Right. So that when the music hits, there's like a paralysis that
Yeah.
you stop climbing the rope.
Or maybe you just your thought pattern just gets scrambled. It's like a mini stroke. It's like Biden during that entire
Debate.
debate before we had to count on George Clooney to do a post op in the
That
post.
should have been what they hit instead of the music, maybe
Yeah.
some debate footage, and it would have seeped into Bronson Reed. I just never got that. Like, why are you, Kevin? You have thoughts on this? You've been in the ring
I hate it.
5,000 times
I
in
hate it.
WCW when they would hit the music.
I would just continue to talk over the music.
Yeah,
I mean, why do you go? Why does it become? It immediately becomes like the Wimbledon. You say something, I say something. You say something. Nobody just gets like cuts a promo like you would in real life, and then just starts swinging.
right.
As they come in, like, what the fuck are you down here for? Bam.
Yeah, so you talk over the music, like you said, right? NWO days, I'm talking about,
And
right?
smack somebody.
Yeah,
And smack whoever the fuck comes in the ring.
right.
I like it. It's they come down and they smack. If they're a babyface, they do their whole entrance and have the sing along. We have the Rocky Horror Picture Show moment, and you know, touch my fist on the steps and do this and do that and all this shit that they do. Then get in and try to fucking tell me that this shit is actually heated.
The other thing I want to, yeah, the other thing, but when they slide in the ring, like if they hit the music, they're running to you. You're in the ring already. You're
Yeah,
up.
you wouldn't field goal kick them right in
I
the
was gonna
fucking face, would
say
you? I
they're
mean,
exposed for like
I'm
three
talking.
seconds.
I'm not even talking sides like soccer style. I'm talking Jim Bakken from the fucking Cardinals. Just that's Jan Stenerud. No,
Jan
Stenerud
Stenerud.
he was the first side guy.
Yeah,
I
it was a
give him that
soccer kick,
give
right?
give him that Tom Dempsey 63-yarder with the club foot for the Saints against the
Half a foot.
Lions.
That's right.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That was like fucking epic. Nowadays, like kids in high school are hitting 73-yard field goals.
Yeah,
Like what the fuck, man?
it's the supplements. Um,
It's Ambrose.
so So yeah, I mean, I think how that's handled is still a little awkward. People clearly don't care. It gets the pop. Everyone's fine with it. Being hard on about it. Um, the
I have to. I'll forget if I don't say this.
anything you
So
want.
I follow most of the top guys in the WWE. Definitely follow WWE. And so I saw a clip on my Instagram, and it was Cody getting out of a bus. So I'm like, oh, like okay, what's Cody doing? Because I like Cody. I mean, I thought him and Jay had a great match at Night of Champions. I thought it was fun. I mean, it was
I
like
do too. Yeah.
it was like an old school. I thought that was a great match. I didn't think it hurt Jay at all. I think it elevated Cody. Um, you're king of the ring for a year. You know, it's like one of those things where like you know he can always throw I'm the king. I mean, just gives him different shit to use until he gets the strap. But so I'm watching this thing, and and they pan, and there is a line that looks like, and almost said fucking like Gaza, which would have been just fucking absolutely horrible to say.
Well, I did want to ask you some stuff about Raw. Kevin, I watched Raw. Did you watch Raw?
I watched Raw.
So, some stuff to unpack here. Now, Raw came on the heels of Night of Champions, of
Right.
course, which you watched as well, right?
Some of it.
Okay. So,
I
what
definitely
was
watched the main event of Night of Champions.
right? What was absent for me was any thoroughfare from Night of Champions into what I would have expected to see on the Raw a couple of nights later. Did you feel similarly? Or did you feel that it
How can you say that when Rollins and his crew and Paul Heyman are on the show 16 times, both?
yeah, they are both on the show 16
I mean,
times.
I couldn't see any correlation or any fucking lines that went through both shows. I think I'd lost count of how many times young Steiner fucking took a bump for somebody fucking half his size.
What are, what about LA Knight with
If you're
up in
going
the
to sneak,
stands
first
with
off, if you're
Seth
going to
now?
sneak
Because
into the building, can you please not wear that fucking color brown vest?
you weren't wearing that today when you went to the gym.
Jesus Christ! Like, what is that, Cordova? It's not even brown. It's like it's Corinthian leather.
A burnt umber, perhaps. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. He
You know,
just
mhm.
with those welding glasses, and he goes with the brown. He just, I guess he figures, well, everybody goes black, so I'll go brown. I don't know.
Did you think though in that segment that for the brawl up in the like the concourse area, I felt that
He's snug.
I felt they were fighting is exactly what I
He's
was going
he.
to say to you.
No, he's snug.
There was no leading and
And I
and I
also
heard the pops.
I also if he doesn't get like if he doesn't get a shot pretty soon at being in the, like, he's got to attach himself to Rollins because they're definitely going with Rollins, and once he gets on Rollins, it ain't going nowhere. Watch how much better his bodyguards get once he gets the belt. They'll both turn into little John Wicks.
Hmm. Right. Because you have a little bit of a franchise there, right? Like
Well, you've got to now the Heat is protecting the belt,
right,
and those guys will get heat by proxy of making sure he continually gets his ass beat but climbs out with the belt,
right.
and
You know,
then
you
goes
meant
then comes out and says that he's the best, and he proved it again last week.
right. You mentioned heat, Kevin, and down here in the although I'm saying down here in the heat in Florida, but it was hotter in Jersey. I think it was like 81 when I got up here today.
Yeah, no, it's not that hot.
The booking on the Money in the Bank cash in, were you good with it? In Cena and Punk's match, which I also thought was a pretty good match.
I I think what happens is if you don't occasionally like show the grenade, you forget that the grenade's in play.
Mm,
So I think that was the thing. Like, because I think until you see how, sometimes you forget, you think it's got to be the guy's pinned, like, you forget that it's like, no, fuck it, we're going to do this like right now. And I think that's because I had become complacent to the fact that because number one, Paul carries it, and then when Bronson and I, one's Bronson, but the other one's his name is Bronson. So
right. Yeah, there's a lot of Bronze and Bronsons. Yeah.
Braun and Bronson, when they went down for the tag match, Paul came down to the ring and he was carrying the Money in the Bank
Yes.
briefcase, but Rollins wasn't there. So it becomes, you know, becomes this, green thing that just kind of, you know,
It's just there.
yeah,
Like the
unless you,
Adrian Adonis briefcase.
yeah,
Relax with Trudy.
unless you, put it in play, and they put it in play, and so